This is Brian Putt. Today I'd like to talk to you about modeling with Metalogs. This is a new distribution that's been added to the SIPmath toolbar. The Metalog distribution uses the P10, 50, and 90 values to generate a distribution. We will look at how to incorporate them into a model. In fact, we're going to incorporate 10 of them into a model. So here's a model where I have 10 different Metalogs. They have different inputs. You can see that this one here has an upper bound. This next one number 3 has a lower bound. And the fourth one has both an upper and a lower bound. And we can tell that by looking at these bounded variables here. And then there are some different values down here. I've set it up where they have different seeds, so I can control the seeds. So these are the seeds that we'll use. So the first thing we need to do is to initialize our model. So we'll go to SIPmath, initialize, and we'll generate 1,000 things. So this added the PM table and the SIPmath chart data. And now I want to generate my Metalogs. I'm going to put these on a separate worksheet. So I'm going to start by generating one Metalog. So SIPmath, generate input. And here's the Metalog. And I'm going to do these as vertical without the graphs, including charts. Well, we can put in the charts so we can see what that looks like, okay? And we'll click OK here. So what we can see here is here's the Metalog template. Down here are the two graphs, and then there's some data down here for plotting. But I have 10 of these. Now, I could go back and do this 10 times, or I could have specified that I wanted 10 of them. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to link this first one to my input data over here, and then I'm going to copy that. We'll call this Metalogs. And then I can copy this over here for the all 10. So what I first want to do is let's give this a number of 1. So this will be my first Metalog. So what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to index this vector here for 1. So Metalog, and I'm going to put in the quantile. So this is going to be equal to index model, and it's always going to be this lower bound, and it's always going to be, let's see, let's change this. Let's make this here, this whole vector here, all right? We want this Metalog, and we know we want the first element, first column in that vector. So that turned out to be blank. Nothing happened there. Copy that. Come down here, escape. Come down here and put this in here. Control V. And now if I change this to 2, I get a 4. And if I take this one, copy that, put it down here. I'm also going to put it down in this next one here. And the next one down here. You notice I'm not copying the cell because there's some additional formatting that's down here. I just want to copy the equation. So this should be 3. This is 4. And this is 5. And what's next? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is my bound. So we'll take this equation, put it up here. That's 6. And I believe 7 was a seed. Okay, so that all looks good. So now what I want to do is simply copy this and say copy. I'll paste it here, 1, 9, and 10. And then all I need to do now is to come over here, say this is equal to that plus 1. I probably should have done that on the first one, then I wouldn't have had to do this, but you get the idea. And now we should see that we have different answers here. See, this is 16, 24, 27. This is 18, 26, 29. So now that I've generated the random variables, I need to come back over here and get my results. So this is going to be equal to index and my Metalog templates. Come back over here to my right. And I want to pick up this variable here. This is the distribution, okay? So I'm going to just make a great big long vector here. Comma. I need to put my counter minus 1 times 4, because there took 4 columns between, okay, plus 1. I found a typo. I'll say yes, and that put an extra parentheses around there. So it's 5.86. And this should be 5.86. They'll give us some more digits. There we go. And then if I click on this is F4 and this is F4, and I can then copy that down by double clicking here. I have all my answers. So let's check number 10 is 2848. Oh, I guess I got one extra one. 2848. There we go. And I can erase this. All right, so that's how we have it. We have our model now. We have our 10 metalogs, and we can utilize those in some model and however we're going to do it. So thank you for watching this video. You can visit probabilitymanagement.org for more information. There are some training sessions that are scheduled. You can sign up for those. Encourage you to download the SIPmath toolbar. And if you need assistance in installing, I have a video out there on how to install SIPmath toolbar in Excel. You may also want to check out some of my YouTube videos on SIPmath, or you can contact me at brian@theputz.com. And finally, if you want to learn more about metalogs, go to Tom Keelan's website at metalogdistributions.com. Thank you.